This is the northern suburb of Paris where we are right now, Saint-Denis, which was the scene of this really long extended operation that the French elite forces carried out. In fact, I'm just going to ask my camera person to pan a little bit to show you. Most of the streets here in Saint-Denis are packed with journalists right now, all of them reporting this back to their home countries. In fact, we've been here roaming around all over Saint-Denis since this morning, and like I reported earlier, at 5 o'clock local time, I got a message from one of my friends who was in that street where this action was happening. And she woke up with a panic at 4:30. She told me hearing deafening explosions and firing happening intermittently. The locals were extremely scared because they were hiding, turning off their lights, and worried that maybe some of the stray bullets could hit them. In fact, once the operation was over, we also heard that one person was in fact killed with the projectile, one of the accused. It was a long, drawn-out, very tense situation over here. When we were moving around in streets, even when we were just walking on the pavements, the policemen were actually pulling out their guns to tell us, don't come this way. So the area was under complete lockdown for a number of hours, a very stressful situation for the residents who we spoke to once the certain barricades were pulled down. The barricades are still in place, but some of them are lifted, and we actually went up to the home of one of the residents who was there. And, some children were actually signaling to us saying, go soldiers, go soldiers, go soldiers from these windows. And we asked their parents if we could actually go upstairs. So we went and met this woman and we spoke to her. And she said that they were completely blocked inside their homes. They couldn't even open the windows because they were afraid. And they just kept following all the news on the television. Whereas my friend, who was also blocked, didn't even turn the TV on because she was closer to where this operation was taking place. So she kept asking me what was happening. Have they killed anyone? Have they actually really arrested anyone? And finally, when the gunshots and the explosions died out, after that, she said that I'm just going to crash out now and sleep. It's been a very, very dreadful morning of nightmare. So Saint-Denis really waking up at the exact time at which at 7:30 the light came out. That's when a huge explosion went off again. So as you have perhaps already seen that this series of events started at 4:20. The public prosecutor said that they had information that the mastermind of the Paris attacks could be hiding in one of the apartments here. Now, we were speaking to locals once this operation was over, and we asked them that are they relieved that the operation is over. They said yes, we are relieved the operation is over, but what we are worried about is that the person that they were looking for hasn't been caught. So there is a kind of anxiety over here that perhaps some of the accomplices are still at large. There is a suicide bomber who blew herself up here in Saint-Denis. Clearly a traumatic morning for them.